In this episode, I'm going to talk about choices. Hello, everyone. I'm going to get started now. God gave you the free will to make choices in life. God gave you the free will to be a good person or a bad person. God gave you a free will to be a righteous person or an evil person. You always have the free will to do whatever you want in life. The people who are good are protected and are blessed. The people who are bad lose all protection. If you stick your hand in an open flame, you will get burned. This is that world, a world of cause and effect. If you behave like a good person, you'll be blessed and rewarded for it. If you behave like a bad person, you'll be punished. Your reward will be a punishment. It's just how this world works. That's why in the Bible, God states clearly. You would think God, if God was a manipulative bully, right? If God was a liar, God would tell you, I'm the God of good. No, do you know what God says? I am the creator of both good and evil. I, the Lord, am the creator of all things, both good and evil. Why would God say he's the creator of both good and evil? Because this is a world of duality, a world of right and wrong. Right choices lead you towards good. Wrong choices lead you towards evil. This is that world, a world of duality. If you find one aspect of this world, you will find its equal and opposite. If you find something good, you will find something bad. If you find something on the left, you'll be capable of finding something on the right as well. If you find something in the past, something in the future must also exist. If you find something here, something there must also exist. If something short exists, something tall must also exist. If something small exists, something large must also exist. If something exists, something must also not exist. And there are many things that do not exist in this world. The Harry Potter novel, books, fantasy stories, fictional stories. The stories themselves don't exist, yet they're still part of this world. If you find things that exist, things that do not exist are also here. This is that world, a world of duality. For you to know you're short, something tall must exist. Only when there's something tall do you know that you're a short person. Only when there's something shorter than you would you know you're a tall person. Only when you see something smaller than you do you know you're large. Only when you see something larger than you do you know you're short. This is that world, a world of duality, a world of equal and opposites. If one aspect of the world is true, its equal and opposite is also true. God created this world exactly the way it should be. God created all things. The reason why you know good exists is because of the contrast evil. Without evil, there's no such thing as good. Without good, there's no such thing as evil. These two opposites must exist. Without left, there's no such thing as right. Without tall, there's no such thing as short. Without movement, there's no such thing as non-movement. Without the past, there's no such thing as the future. Without non-living things, there's no such thing as living things. The world is a world of opposites. For good to exist, evil must also exist. If everything in this world is good, the word good no longer has any meaning. If everything in this world is evil, the word evil will no longer have any meaning. It will just be a normal world. Even when you're suffering, it will still be normal. You would just think suffering is normal. If the world was evil, you would just think suffering all day and all night, being tortured alive was normal. God will not create an evil world. This world is a world where you choose. You have to make choices in this world. You have to make choices to go towards things that help you and things that harm you. You have to go towards places that help you and avoid places that harm you. You have to go towards people that help you and avoid people that harm you. You have to go towards heaven and avoid hell. It's just how the world was created. It was created for you to avoid hell. You're not supposed to stay in hell. You're supposed to go towards heaven. You're not supposed to stay in depression. You're supposed to go towards happiness. You're not supposed to stay in misery. You're supposed to go towards joy. You were created to go towards heaven, but you keep choosing to go towards hell instead. You have to understand this world, God created it to give you choices. You were born to make choices. That's what you're here to do. Make choices. And everyone gets to make choices in life. Everyone. You can either choose to stick your hand in an open flame or choose not to. If you choose not to stick your hand in an open flame, right? You won't get burned. That's a reward in and of itself. But if you choose to stick your hand in an open flame and get burned, are you going to blame God for creating flames? Are you really going to blame God for creating flames when you know full well that sticking your hands in an open flame will burn you, yet you still do it anyways? If you do something that you know will harm you, are you really going to blame God for it? The entire Bible tells you, warns you endlessly. Avoid sin. Avoid doing evil deeds. If you don't listen to these wise words and you get burned, are you really going to blame God for that? If you stick your hand in an open flame and you get burned, is it God's fault that you were burned? You made that choice. You did. It is your choice to not only go towards something that will harm you without the slightest care in the world that it'll harm you. It is your fault. Don't blame God. God gave you the free will to make choices. God isn't forcing you to go to heaven. God isn't forcing you to go to hell. You always have the free will to betray God. And many people do. That's why there's so many religions out there. That's why there are atheists. You always have the free will to betray God. God is benevolent enough to give you the free will to betray him. Every human being on this planet has the free will to do evil, has the free will to insult God, has the free will to betray God. Not everyone uses that free will, but you always have that free will. God created you to make choices. You get to make choices in life. That's what you get to do. Stop blaming God if when you make choices, those choices harm you. If you go towards evil and you reap the rewards for it, the rewards for evil are punishments. If you reap the rewards for your actions, don't blame God. If you stick your hands in an open flame and get burned, don't blame God. If you make bad choices like raping children, killing innocent people, and doing all these evil deeds, if you make all these bad choices and you get harmed for it, don't blame God. It is not God's fault that you made your choices. You made those choices, not God. Why is it God's fault? Why is it God's fault that you harmed yourself? Other people were born and don't make the choices you'd make. Why are you different? God did not force your hands. Why do you think there's so many religions out here? It's because God will never force you to do good. God will never force you to do evil. God will only advise you. God will only benevolently advise you Be a kind person. Be a virtuous person. This is more beneficial for you than anything else. You get protected as a kind person, regardless of your religion. God will always protect his children, especially the children that are kind. But the evil ones, why should God protect a rapist and allow him to rape more and more people? If you get protected as a rapist, doesn't that, give you more courage to rape more people? When you start raping people and you don't get caught, you don't pay any consequences of it. Doesn't that mean you just get away with it for free? Doesn't that give you more desire to rape more people, more desire to harm more people? You don't deserve to be protected doing evil. Because if God protects you doing evil, God is harming the people you're doing evil with. You're doing evil too. If God protects a serial killer, right, from the police, all the people that, the serial killer has been killing will be killed for free. There'll be no justice. None. They'll be protected. The serial killer will be protected from all harm. And he'll get away with his crime scot-free. Is that fair? Is it fair for a serial killer to be protected? Do you really believe it's fair that a serial killer gets protected after killing so many people, so many innocent people? He still gets protected. He can still hide behind God. You can still beg God to help him. Protect me, God. I will never stop killing people, but you have to protect me because I'm a Christian. Do you really believe that's fair? Of course not. It is not fair. That's why you need to avoid evil. Because the moment you start doing evil, you have to pay the consequences of your own actions. Why should that God protect you? Why should God give you the power to kill more people? More innocent people. People who've never done you any wrong whatsoever. You get the freedom to harm anyone in the world. Innocent children, innocent babies, just do whatever you want. Because you're a Christian, so God should protect you. That's unfair. It's unfair to God, and it's unfair to the children you're killing. It's unfair to the victims of your crimes. That's why you don't get protection. Evil people do not get protected. Not because God is not kind. It's because God is also kind to the victims. The victims deserve kindness too. You're not the only one that exists in this world. The victims of your crimes are still people, are still children of God. They deserve justice, just like you. They deserve kindness, just like you. So when you harm them, when you use your free will to harm them, you have to pay the consequences of it. You have to pay the consequences of sticking your hands in an open flame. You have to be burned, and you will be burned. Your actions will ruin your own life. God didn't ruin your life. You did that on your own. Don't blame God for your own actions. Never blame God for your own actions. The world has always been the same. It was the same during your forefathers' times. It is the same now. There are too many people in this world, wise men, who tell you to avoid sinning, avoid doing evil deeds, avoid committing crimes. Your government is always telling you, stop committing crimes. You go to school and they constantly tell you, stop committing crimes, avoid doing evil, but you never listen. So you're going to blame God? God didn't change the rules. The rules have always been the same. From the beginning of time till now, the rules haven't changed. So why are you blaming God now? God didn't change the rules. The same way the same way a flame burned your ancestors is the same way the flames burn you. The flames aren't getting hotter. It's the same flames. God isn't turning up the heat. The heat is exactly the same. Avoid the heat and you won't get burned. Just avoid it. Avoid evil and you won't get burned. God has never forced a single person to be evil. And God will never force you to be evil. God has not forced a single person to be good either. You don't have to be a good person. But being good gives you benefits. Being a righteous person, and you get blessed with God, you get blessed by God. God will bless you for being a righteous person. God will bless you for being a good person. God will bless you for being a benevolent person, a kind human being. And that's what you need to know. You get blessed for being kind. You get punished for being evil. You get blessed for staying away from danger. You get punished for running into the maws of a lion, into an open flame. You get burned if you run into an open flame. You get burned. No doubts about that. If you go towards hell, you will get burned. Whether you want to or not, it's not a choice you get to make. It's just a basic rule of this world. If you go towards evil, you will get burned. If you go towards good, you'll be rewarded. You'll get blessed by God. I see many people saying, they should punish atheists for their crimes. Although atheists and their mindset is toxic, there's a reason why there's so many religions out there. There's a reason why there's atheism. There's a reason why atheists still live long lives. There's a reason why, people who don't believe in God still live long lives. And the reason is everyone is a child of God. And God will never abandon his children. As long as an atheist is a good and virtuous person, God will still bless them the same. It may not be as much as a Christian. Christians get more blessings just for believing in God. They get more blessings, but that's only if they're a good person. What's the point of being a Christian if you're not a good person? If you're not going to follow the words of God, why are you calling yourself a Christian? It doesn't make logical sense. So, the good people get blessed. The good Christians get blessed more. But you have to know, non-Christians get blessed as well, just for being good. The Bible states that kind and virtuous people get protected by God. They'll receive protection from God, whether they're Christians or not. Do you really want the world to be, to get rid of the good guys, just so that the world will be filled with bad Christians, fake Christians, the ones that call themselves Christians, but all they do is rape and kill. All they do is rape and pillage. All they do is harm everyone around them. Rape innocent children, rape the elderly, do whatever they want. And just because they call themselves Christians, they should be, they should be free of all punishments. Do you really want to live a world where Christians are free of all punishments? They can do whatever they want, but just because they're Christians, God shouldn't punish them for it? The very world shouldn't punish them for it? Come on now. That's unfair. It's unfair to their victims. All their victims are Christians too. All their victims are children of God too. They deserve justice just like them. They deserve to be protected just like them. And if they don't have any protection, at least the crimes deserve punishment. The crimes of those who harmed them deserve to be punished. Those who harmed them deserve to be punished for their crimes. They do. They just do. That's why Christians get punished all the time, because most of them are fake. They're real. When I say fake, they're still Christians, but they don't follow the words of God. They don't follow the Bible. They're only Christians when when the going is good. They're Christians because everyone else is Christian. They're Christians because everyone believes in God. They believe in God just like everybody else. But the moment God starts telling them, don't rape, don't kill, that's when they start insulting God. That's when they start mocking God for telling them what to do. God should not tell them what to do. God should mind his own business. That's what these Christians say. When God starts telling them what to do, that's when they start telling God, mind your own business. Should these Christians truly go to heaven? Should these Christians truly be protected when they don't even listen to the words of God? They don't care about the words of God. They don't care about God in any way, shape, or form. They call themselves Christians, but they don't follow Christ. They don't deserve to be protected because they're not good people. If they don't follow the words of Christ, they're probably not good people. They're sinners. They're Christian sinners. That's why they get punished. Because they think just being a Christian is all they need. They don't need to follow the words of God. They don't need to follow Christ. Just calling themselves Christian is all they need. At least they believe in God, right? That should count for something. Yes, it should make you more wise. It should make you realize that you need to follow the words of God. What's the point of being a Christian? What's the point of believing in God when you still ignore God anyways? What's the point? Lucifer also believes in God. Should Lucifer go to heaven? No. So you have to be careful. Not all Christians are kind, and not all atheists are evil. There will always be good people in every group. There will always be evil people in every group. Because you have the free will. Everyone has the free will to make whatever choices they want to make. That's how this world was created. You have the free will to walk towards your left or towards your right. You have the free will to walk forwards or backwards. You have the free will to neither walk, to walk or neither walk. You have the free will to sit or stand. You have the free will to neither sit or stand and just lay down. You always have the free will to make whatever choices you want to make in life. You always have that free will. God is not forcing you to be a good person, but God will bless you for being good. God is not forcing you to be an evil person, but you will be punished for being evil. You have to be careful in this world. Although atheists and non-believers are following the wrong path, doing evil to evil people is still doing evil. Jesus Christ tells you, turn the other cheek. If you can't turn the other cheek, just walk away. It's no different from turning the other cheek. Walk away from harm. Walk away from violence. Walk away from sinners that bait you into harming them, that bait you into harming others. Walk away from them, because they'll turn you into a sinner just like them. They will turn you into one of them, a violent lunatic that just likes harming others. That's what the Bible tells you. Avoid sinners. Avoid them. Whether they call themselves Christian or not, avoid them. Especially atheists. Avoid people you already know are sinners. Even if there are good atheists out there, you don't know which one is which. So it's best to just avoid them. Avoid them, don't harm them. Do not harm atheists. Do not harm non-Christians. Why? Because you don't get reward from harming others. You get punished instead. You don't get reward for harming the children of God. You usually get punished instead. The only time you don't get punished is when you're protecting yourself, when you're defending yourself against harm. But if you go out of your way to harm others, you're no longer protecting yourself, are you? You're no longer defending yourself from harm. You're the perpetrator. You're the causer of the harm. Now they have to protect themselves from you. Now you're the violent lunatic. This is why you should avoid atheists. Because there are good atheists in this world. There are evil atheists. You can't tell which is which. There are good Christians in this world, and there are evil Christians. You can't tell which is which. There are good non-Christians in this world, and there are evil ones. And you still can't tell which is which. That's why you have to be careful. Avoid sinners. Because if you end up meeting the wrong atheist, they will force you to sin. If you end up meeting the wrong sinner who calls himself a Christian, that person will force you to sin. If you end up meeting the wrong non-Christian who's also a sinner, that person will force you to sin. That's why you need to avoid sinners, whether they call themselves Christian or not. Just avoid them. It doesn't benefit you. Stay away from evil. You get punished for being evil in this world. You get punished for it. And you always get punished for it. Although God created evil, evil isn't something you should be doing. That's why it's called evil. You get punished for doing evil. And you get blessed for doing good. It's a reward system. God created a reward and punishment system. If you get rewarded for being good, you get punished for being evil. That's why it's called evil. There's only punishment there. It is a world of punishments. That's why the Bible wants you to avoid hell, because it's a world of punishments. You will always get punished for being evil. Some punishments happen immediately. Some punishments happen immediately. Some punishments happen over time. And some punishments take time to happen. Some punishments are slow drains. You do the deed now. From here to the rest of your life, you'll be punished for it. And some punishments will take years. You wait 5 years, and then the crime you did today, you wait 5 years before you get punished. All the punishments will just come down on you like a ton of bricks. Just hit you like a ton of bricks. And your life will be ruined right there. Why? Because God just gave you 5 years to change, yet you didn't change. God gave you 5 years to turn over a new leaf, yet you didn't turn over a new leaf. So naturally, why should God keep protecting you from your own problems, from your own crimes, if you never change? There's no purpose. You have to be a good person in this world to get protected from evil. Evil people don't get protected from their own choices, from the consequences of their own choices. They never have and they never will. They always get punished. That's why it's called evil. You will only get punished for it. So that's it for today's podcast episode. I pray for everyone's safety and understanding. Amen.